Oh, wait, hold on. I have to get my butt thing.
Well, that's how I was gonna start it off.
Mark's gotta get his butt thing.
I got him.
Mark looked like his butt thing's right on you, Haley.
Yeah, my butt plug.
Oh my god.
Cut that out, Joe. And when we say cut it out, we actually mean cut it out.
A butt plug?
Plug. It's my yellow butt plug. Does anyone see my yellow butt plug?
No, the pillow's somewhere out there, I think. Okay, Mark, with the
He
fucking
comes back with an actual
footwork.
phone.
He
Oh
comes back
my
with-
god. Imagine actually having one in the office.
Jamie's like, I never bring mine to the office.
That's something you keep at home.
She's like, could you imagine bringing that to the
My
office?
butt plug.
I don't know.
No, I
would be
didn't
the
imagine
craziest-
having it in the
Am I
office.
crazy?
She's like,
I leave mine in the car.
That's
like-
weird, right?
like, no one would do that, right?
Oh my god.
It's tilt.
What do you guys think
It's
of
as
this?
tilted as me
button
playing
down?
League. Go ahead.
66.99 G-Mineo.
Nice.
It's better.
It gets better and better.
This is my favorite podcast today.
It's the only one we do.
Ow.
We haven't started yet. What, 'cause we're talking about butt plugs?
No!
Okay.
Okay.
We're talking about butt plugs?
So no, we're not. Okay, so today's episode is a fun one. So I'll tell a personal story to lead into our episode. Okay.
Okay.
Wade Plemons. Wow, I just said my government. Shout out, you guys know my government name now.
No,
You don't know the first name. My first podcast,
Yeah.
the Wade concept. The first two episodes were supposed to be a miscellaneous podcast. And then I narrowed it down into sports. But my second episode was a conspiracy theory / paranormal podcast.
Oh.
So this brings back the Wade concept vibes. I did a whole thing where I wore a tinfoil hat for the thumbnail. I'll show you guys later. I might even ask
Nice.
Joe to put it in there. It's rough looking. It was, you know how I make thumbnails. So today, perfect segue. We're revisiting the youth of the Wade Concept podcast with our conspiracy / paranormal, not beliefs, but stories. And do we think these are real or not? Real or not? Paranormal
Oh, I
style.
thought they were personal stories.
Oh, I don't have any personal
Oh, I
stories.
was gonna bring a personal story.
You can bring it personal. Personals are fine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna talk about the stuff that I there's some stuff I think's real, some stuff I don't think's real. But I want to hear personals if you guys got them for sure.
I feel like I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist ever. I never believe anything. Like when
I don't know if that makes you a conspiracy theorist.
I guess I'm more of a
Don't
skeptic.
trust anything.
Like whenever
Skeptics,
there's
yeah, there you go.
like celebrity couples, I'm just like, oh, that might be a PR move.
I don't think that's
Oh, that's
conspiracy
right, yeah.
theory.
There are some celebrity couples that have been contrived to possibly be together that turned out to not be, right?
Oh, I have a good one. Do you think that Avril Lavigne died?
And that someone replaced her. But that's the same thing with Lady Gaga.
People say that, but Lady
See,
Gaga.
I feel
Okay.
I didn't know that.
okay. This might get a little too touchy,
Okay, I'm ready. Touchy feely. Let's get it.
but like I feel like a lot of celebrities fake their death
Why?
because some celebrities probably just can't
What, like Tupac?
Okay,
I don't,
maybe.
no one in particular. Like I'm not saying anyone in particular, but
But
I feel
are
like
the people that you're saying fake their
That's
death?
the
Are
only
they
one.
still
That's the only
alive?
one
You're
I've heard
saying?
where
Yes.
people have.
But they're not in the public eye.
they either have like a mask on.
They just don't want to be known. They
They
don't want
like
to be.
get like reconstructive
yeah.
They don't want
surgery
the-
and then start their life.
Yeah.
again
Yeah,
because
they don't want the
Yeah.
paparazzi.
That's
the
my
whole-
only conspiracy. I feel like
That could happen. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna say that it couldn't happen because I don't know, but I would assume. Listen, we're big time. You know, we walk out of the office. G-Mineo, Jamie, please, one more, Jamie. And I'm like, I try to sneak out, but me and Haley we're tall as hell, so they you know what I'm saying. They see us coming from a mile away. Like that's Big Hank. We don't get it to the point that Hollywood stars do.
Yeah.
At some point that could get so draining.
yeah,
I'm sure.
that's my.
So
That's
maybe if
really
you
nice.
dealt
I
with
like
it for years and years and years, and you just want to get out of the public eye, maybe.
You know, someone must have done that.
Yeah.
Someone must have at least
At
tried.
least one.
At least one.
For there to be as many like Tupac, like others that have been faking their death and living out in Argentina.
I'm not saying
Not that
Tupac.
Tupac has.
Not that Tupac has.
I don't even
or
know
has
much
it.
about Tupac, so
That's just the only one.
But
That's
I've
the big
heard
one.
of.
But
That's
I
the big
know
one.
I know that would be offensive to a lot of fans.
Yeah.
so I'm not saying.
No, a lot of fans would want Tupac to still
Oh,
be
okay,
alive.
then yes, Tupac is faking
course.
his death. He's right there.
That was not Tupac. But no, that could happen. That could
With the
definitely-
mask.
with the mask on,
See,
Tupac.
when I
Walking
hear
around in a business
conspiracy
shirt.
theories, I think of aliens.
Yeah, aliens. Perfect. That's a good one.
Do we believe in aliens?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, I think so.
The world is ginormous. If there's
The world is
The world.
ginormous. The galaxy is even ginormouser.
And the universe?
Yeah.
Ginormousest.
I definitely believe in
Do you
aliens.
guys? Do you think there's aliens?
Yeah.
Do you think
I
there's
think there's gotta be.
whatever they're called, aliens, other life forms?
I don't know if they're like they look like aliens.
Give me what
I
you think
hope
they look
look
like.
like aliens.
Give me what you think they look like.
Like
Your cosplay of Heimerdinger?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I want them to look like that.
I think that they would be the most efficient being. I don't even think they'd have mouths. I think they'd communicate
Yeah.
telekinetically.
I feel like we're actually pretty
Why?
stupid.
This is wasted time and
Compared to, like,
movement. I bet they
aliens,
could
yeah.
connect with their minds to their ship or vehicular transport to each other because it's a waste of time to talk.
See, I feel like there's like
I feel like-
stupid ones, and there's like really smart ones, and we're like more in the stupid
This
I
ones.
is
feel like when it comes to aliens, I just like we just have no conception or no
Nothing.
knowledge of it, so
Nothing.
it's like something we can't even imagine.
Well, they
Exactly.
probably don't have
one right
visas.
now.
Think about it. They probably don't have mouths because they don't need to talk. They're
Why?
so far.
Why are you up on this telekinetic thing?
Because they're so far advanced, I feel like they've over time, however far along they are, I feel like they're so much further than we are. Their bodies, you know how Neanderthals evolved into human and Homo erectus, right?
Yes.
We've grown taller, whatever it is. We've grown bigger, stronger. I feel like they have regressed physically, but progressed like mentally.
I think it's so funny
I mean,
how
depends on
when
the
you think of an
resources, too,
alien,
yeah.
you guys have the image of what media portrays as an alien.
Yeah.
When in reality,
But
an
that's what I'm
alien is
saying.
any living thing on another
Yeah, it
planet.
could be like
So they probably don't even know that we
a
exist.
bacteria.
Oh, I
It's
think
a
that we
look at
exist.
bacteria.
I think that there's a higher form of being that knows
Oh
we
yeah,
exist. And
I definitely
Maybe.
think there's like other.
I think
there's
people.
dimensions and
I've
I think
thought about that
planets.
hard.
I mean, there probably is, but there's probably different types of aliens too. And I
That's what I'm
think
saying. There's like there's
definitely
smart ones, there's
a
stupid
duplicate
ones.
of maybe Earth, where they have humans
Earth
there too, and they're exactly like us, and they don't even
You think
know
the
that we
odds
are like how we are.
in like the evolutionary
know.
process?
Oh my
Maybe.
God, imagine there's a
If
planet
there's
out there.
another
that has,
planet
like,
that could
people that look
post
like
life,
Yasuo
that's
in
possible.
your name.
Yeah.
Possible.
It's animated.
I would like to
It's an
because
anime planet.
there are sightings.
Oh god.
One just came in. There are sightings, right? To at least some people that look real, some that look fake. I feel like technology on Earth is growing to the point where we're starting to get little glimpses,
Yeah.
right? Where there was folk stories and things that like I was abducted and I woke up 2 barns down, like you old country kind of folklore stories. But I feel like we're starting to get to that point where we can detect. So they have now advanced to where they don't have to use these cloaking devices or whatever it is.
I feel like
we're being studied. Is what I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like they live among us. Like he could be an alien.
I-
Like
They
Parasite?
could.
I thought Andrew's an alien for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's insane, Andrew.
I
Is this
think
Andrew?
Andrew was giving us
That's his
the
sign.
Wolfpack sign. He's like Wolfpack for life. I think
it's
we're
like
being
a nerd
studied.
thing. Like I'm human. That's what nerds do.
I think we're being studied. I feel like they're watching us grow. They're watching.
I would've just
They're like you would a test subject for like humans that study new vaccines, whatever, on hamsters, mice.
We're like hamsters.
Yeah, just
whatever.
like how we study
see
rats and
right.
stuff.
I feel like we're being studied like that
Okay.
to see how we interact with each other, how we solve problems, which is I feel like they're like, man, these are a bunch of idiots the way they solve problems. I feel like that could be. I feel like that they could be up there being like, they're doing it all wrong. we did this millions of years ago or thousands of years ago,
Interesting.
but they'll learn. You know, they're young, they'll learn that type of stuff.
There's a conspiracy theory like linked to that where it's they're actually on the other side of the moon. So you know that when we see the moon, we only see one side of the moon always, no matter how
Yeah.
much we rotate and stuff.
Mhm.
So the other side of the moon is where they're all waiting for us or watching us.
Spooky.
And then the reason that we never have gone back to the moon is because when we went there for the first time, they said not to go back.
Oh.
Because we've never been back to the moon.
Yeah, I think that's coming though. I think SpaceX is definitely going to send people.
once?
Yeah, we've only
Yeah.
been to the moon once.
I think
other
SpaceX
countries
is-
have been to the moon, right?
No.
Or
SpaceX is going to
Well, no,
space.
it's rovers.
Yeah, we've sent
rovers.
rovers and stuff.
Yeah, but like they probably just circulate on the area, or they could be fake stuff. Some people say the stuff that Mars rovers would bring back are fake.
I don't know. I think that,
No, that's
SpaceX is going to bring some people.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of like the flat Earth thing.
Have you guys seen the SpaceX program launchings lately? Like they've sent humans to humans. They've sent people to the International Space Station a couple months ago.
How much was it?
and I don't know how much it was. I didn't check the receipt.
Is it in our budget?
Something?
No, like they sent astronauts on test flights to, because it's been a while since anybody's been to the International Space
It
Station.
gets short. It says I love the moon.
They completed the mission, but check this out. Not only do they complete the mission, this is how quickly SpaceX is taking over their portion of the private sector in space launch stuff. They not only send the people, usually when rockets blast off, shrapnel just kind of falls into the ocean, right?
Mm.
SpaceX has this self-monitoring system to where all the pieces that fall off the initial rocket come back together and land in a centralized location,
Really?
land clean, so that they can study if there was a clean break, if there was any kind of issues on launch, they can restudy it. So they're starting to get that, and I think there's only a matter of time before we send humans back to the moon. So, aliens, yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay, I think so too. And I think one day, I don't know. I don't want to say we're gonna get invaded because that's full. That's
Man, I
what's
would
in hand.
love to get invaded.
I don't know if you would. What if they just
Mark's
annihilate?
thinking of, like the Katy Perry song.
Mark's thinking of
Extraterrestrial.
Mark thinks of extraterrestrial. I think of Independence Day. Which one of the spectrum are you guys
Oh
on?
my goodness.
Okay, aliens. We all say yay. What about? Are there any monsters that you think are real? Bigfoot, Loch Ness, the Yeti,
There's definitely
monsters under the sea. I think there's some truth
I
here.
feel like they're not monsters. They're just animals that are undiscovered.
Yes.
If you think about it, like the sea is
There's
like,
so
there's
much,
water.
and I know that that's a big talking point for a lot of people. There's so much ocean. There really is. Like there
There's a lot
is
of ocean.
that. There are depths of. I don't think humans, even right now, we figured out how to go as far as we can because of just the bursting of eardrums and pressure under the ocean.
Yeah.
But I think there's some absolute monsters down there. I don't know. Coming from someone that likes to fish, and my family loves to fish, we think a 10-pound bass is a monster. I'm talking monsters down there, like
Big old boy.
Pacific Rim style, just
Yeah.
titans down there. Like Godzilla could be under there just chilling. I'm not saying Godzilla specifically.
That's where I feel like the monsters would be. I don't even
Depths of the ocean.
Yeah.
Would we be invaded by aliens first or
Ocean monsters.
ocean monsters first? Like what would be more
Aliens.
realistic to you to come here first?
Oh, the aliens.
Think so? What if there was like a massive earthquake, like the San Andreas
I feel
Fault
like- I feel
finally rocks and wakes up one of these beasts?
I
Or
feel
not
like they
wakes them
have.
up,
I
but
feel like they
brings them
have
to
to
the
stay
surface.
down there because if you think about it, it's like all about like evolution. Like they won't be able to survive on here because it's not fit for them.
Might be.
So they have to stay there.
I wonder if the megalodon was ever real.
The Megalodon was real.
Is that from Star Wars?
Oh,
They have like
Like giant
marks.
shark.
They don't. The
What are we
mouths that
thinking
they
of
show
from
you
Star
guys
Wars?
aren't actual megalodon mouths. They're pieced together parts.
Well,
So
it's
I don't know if they were.
fossils.
Well, they're fossils of they've said different sharks to make one too. Like they haven't found the same
And it's hard
fossil to
tell
make.
fossils.
Is that the big
Like
whale?
dinosaurs had feathers.
Yeah,
Did they?
Giant chickens.
supposedly.
Oh,
Because we don't
Like
know
that.
that much about dinosaurs. It's
I
just
want a
that
big
we see
giant
their bones,
chicken.
and that's all we know.
Believe in
we're
dinosaurs.
somewhat
What about
yay on.
ghosts?
Okay, ghosts.
Move on to ghosts.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't believe that ghosts exist because in some form there's some things you can't explain, right? There's things that you can't just be like, well, that's not real. When you've seen video or you've heard stories told of like paranormal things happening,
I would
people
like to
being
believe it.
visited by a presence or some sort of just unexplainable vision that they see.
Yeah.
My friends absolutely
You can't
hate me when I go on vacation because, like, for Mammoth, for example, we stayed at this really weird like cabin, and then there was a picture frame of generations of family,
Mhm.
and I was like scared out of my mind because I was like, oh, some of them are living in here right now.
I could.
Like I couldn't sleep at night. I was like,
That,
oh,
so
I feel.
what are we considering a ghost versus like a presence? Would that be like the case of like someone that's there in the afterlife
See, I
as a
think
present?
I think there's ghosts.
I think of like sheets on people's heads. And I think I'm like, ooh.
I think there's ghosts, and then there's demons.
Okay, like demonic spirits.
Ghosts
I'd
are
say.
nice, I would say.
Demonic spirits are
And then
nice.
there's demons.
Oh, ghosts are nice. Ghosts are nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I never physically whatever. I've never had any
I've
kind
never
of
had like any
experience.
Like, what scares me more than like scary stories and stuff is when people tell me stories of them seeing ghosts and they're like really matter of fact about it.
Like
And they're
it's,
not trying
like
to
it's
scare
real.
me. Like they're like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I was
they're
gonna
like,
do that.
they're like, oh yeah, like my mom has seen a ghost like a million
No.
times in her house, and they're like, anyway, like that scares me more because then I'm
Yeah.
like, they're not even trying to scare me. Like
No.
they're just being like
That's
straight up about it. Like
what
they're
it
just like,
is.
oh, I see ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh, Haley, I have a story for you.
Go
So
for
this
it.
was when I was, I think, 13, 14. I was in Thailand. I went to school there, and we were going on a trip to the beach, and that's what we do every year. We would go to a trip somewhere with my class.
Yeah.
So my class and I, we booked like hotel rooms and everything, and the 4 girls, like me and 4 girls, were staying in one room, and 4 girls were staying in the room next to us.
Yeah.
And I was like staying in my room with my friends and everything, when all of a sudden my friend just from the other room just comes and knocks and screams at the door, and we're like, what the fuck? Sorry, language. And
She's like, what the
so we
fuck?
open the door, and they're just like, there's a ghost in the other room, and I'm like, what? And like, I'm trying to translate in Thai, by the way, so this into English. So it's like, there's a ghost in the other room, my aunt's right there, she's right there in the mirror, I just showered and went like that.
Did
So
you
I
say
asked
what the fuck in
happened.
Thai?
No. But
Oh.
She
it was-
was she was thinking it.
well, I was thinking it. So what she said what happened is that she took a shower, and I went with her because everyone was too scared. So like, what she did is she took a shower, you know how it gets all foggy, right? And she just went like this with a towel and like wipe it, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
Behind her.
like the thing that wiped was a picture of her aunt who had
Really?
just died like a week before. And then like you could see every hair strand and stuff like that, and the eyes were following her. And I was like, "There's no way this is true," because I was like, "There's no way ghosts exist."
Yeah.
So I went with her to go look, and I looked in the bathroom, and it was already starting to fog away, but I could see her eyes move, and like you could see every single hair strand and stuff like that,
Only
and
in
like
the
it
mirror,
just
though.
faded away slowly as I was looking.
Only in the mirror, though.
Yeah,
And
only in
you
the
did
mirror.
nothing else.
And then like supposedly they said that they heard voices of like "Help me, I miss you," stuff like that.
Oh,
God.
But
I should die.
I think it was just a heart attack or something like that. But I don't remember. It was a while
Sketchy,
ago.
man.
And everyone just ended up sleeping in my friend's room, so all 8 of us shared 2 queen beds. But
Wow.
Sketchy.
it was really interesting because I had never experienced something like that before, and I really didn't believe in ghosts after or before. I still don't believe in it after. I thought I was maybe seeing things at the time, but like I saw it.
Yeah.
But it's hard to believe that I saw it.
There was like a researcher who was sent to this like village in Cambodia. This is gonna be a completely different story. It's honestly not even a ghost story. But I read about it in my freshman year of college, and I really thought it was interesting. But the article title is called "The Dark Side of the Placebo Effect When Intensively Kills." And like this researcher was sent to Cambodia to research this village where all of these people were having like sudden death syndrome. Like people were dying in their sleep a lot, and they were like young, they were old, they were all ages, and like and they didn't know what was causing it. And when the researcher went, he found out that in the village, like people had this belief that before you die, someone comes to visit you, like in your sleep, and leads you to death. And what happened, where it was people in that village, they found were having they were just having sleep paralysis. So they were seeing a figure in their room, and they got so scared because they thought they were going to die that they would have a heart attack and die.
Wow.
So
That's
it's like
the
a
whole
placebo effect.
effect shit. Yeah. I've heard of that too. That's something that's one and crazy story, and it happened to multiple people. Which is
Yeah, it happened to like hundreds of people.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've heard that too with placebo effect as far as like aliens, ghosts, whatever. People thinking they see stuff because they've read that they've seen it, or they've read stories of it, and they're so fearful of it that they think it happens to them, or it's just sleep paralysis.
You should watch. There's a video on it on BuzzFeed Unsolved. It's so scary. It's just basically like this house where I don't know, like every family that would move in, like they couldn't get people to stay in it because every family that moved in, one of the family members would start to like act really like weird, and they would try to like kill people while they were sleeping. And everyone was like, oh, like after they moved out, they're like, I was possessed. Like I would never do that to my family.
Crazy.
And it was like family after family was moving in, and then they like found all this shit in the basement, like
Confirmed.
where someone had like
confirmed.
sacrificed like lambs and stuff, like Satanists or something.
It's confirmed.
And so yeah.
Yo, they would find stuff in the basement like that, and so like, okay, well, no big
No,
deal.
they like
shut the
found
door.
it later.
Oh, okay.
They were like, and like I don't
We'll
know,
clean that
there
up
was like
later.
stuff they found in the basement that was like from
Fuck that.
years ago. But yeah, like a dad moved in, and he like tried to kill his wife while she was sleeping, and they had just gotten married.
Yeah.
So it was like
Heck no, dude.
yeah,
So that stuff's real, 100%. I mean, that's
it's
confirmed.
scary.
Yeah, those stories are definitely like there's something to that. Like you can't explain it, and you can't physically put evidence on people that are just like, oh, that's crazy. There's something there though. So
Did you guys hear about Annabelle?
Kelsey tried to make me watch the freaking movies, and I wasn't having it. But it's based off the real stuff, right? They got out again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, the Annabelle doll, which is like apparently possessed by some demonic force, they kept it in captivity. They kept it in like a chest or a box or some kind of safe, and apparently it got out.
Wow.
The doll itself,
You
or
think
someone took
could have
it.
done that as like a thing though? Like
Someone
they
could have
just
took
know
it,
about it,
for
and
sure.
they're like
But
fan of Annabelle.
There's
They're like,
the story lore. They're like, aha, new movie next year.
But then
I'm making Annabelle 4 right now.
Honestly, that'd be a smart PR
Yeah.
move.
Annabelle's
That's true.
movie thing's like, go steal the doll. Could you imagine being the one asked to go steal the doll? Hell no.
What if you went down to steal it and it was like already gone?
It was like, all right, we doing this or what?
That's how they found out it was
okay,
dead.
easy.
Yeah.
You go down to steal it and you're like looking and it's like over your shoulder. It's like, did the work for you. Gonna die now.
It's like, hold on, I know the way out of here. It's like, follow me.
Just kind of waddles out. It's like, oh wait, before we leave, shoot you.
Oh, do you guys have you guys heard of Momo?
Oh, the
I feel like
scary-
Oh, the
Yeah.
scary face thing
I
on
think I have,
YouTube.
yeah.
Okay, never mind.
It was a big deal for a little bit.
Yeah, people committed suicide.
Yeah, it was like
God.
they were getting it somehow on kids' videos
Yeah.
for a little bit.
That's so
I don't know.
sad.
You know what? I had to learn about like the history of ghost stories and stuff when I was for one of my history classes. It was really interesting. 'cause
Really?
because it started like infatuation with ghost stories and stuff started in like the mid 19th century
Mhm.
when it was like the original ghost story and like every other ghost story is kind of modeled
Like a
after
branch
it.
off of it?
Yeah, because it was this family in like I don't know like Maine or something, and they had just moved there, and it's so funny how much it like correlates with
Yeah.
a lot of other ghost stories. And they moved
Yeah.
into like this kind of secluded house, and there was these
Typical.
two little girls that lived there.
Typical.
And like with their family, and then the girls kept having dreams about like they're like, oh, like there's a man that like comes to, and plays with us when we're
Right,
playing, and
right.
he used to live here, he was a shoemaker, blah blah blah. And the parents were like, this is really weird,
Super detailed.
very
Yeah.
accurate, like very over the top imagination and stuff. And then they like, of course there was like a basement, and then they
Nah.
found they found like no, they just found like shoemaker supplies.
Still.
So they were like, yeah,
Corroboration.
and then so the story spread like wildfire in America because this was like that was like the first model for like a horror story,
Mhm.
and after that like it became a thing like a social thing for women to do. It was they would get like a Ouija board or like
Woo!
or something like that, and they were like it was more of like a
Don't
social
mess
thing.
with
Or they would hold seances, but it wasn't like a super scary thing back then. It was like oh, there's this world that we can connect to if we want to. So it was like women would come over for tea and to like hold seances and stuff.
There are
Can you do
things.
one for Halloween?
Hell no.
Let's do it.
Jamie, you're crazy. I will not show up to that shit.
You know, I
My mom played with a Ouija board and she said it was some weird shit.
was trying to host a Halloween event at my
Yeah, I'm doing a Ouija
gaming
board.
house before, and we had a basement, and I was like, oh, you do a Ouija board in the basement, and everyone just looked at me
Oh
like
my
I was
goodness.
crazy. And I was just like,
You get
It'll be fun.
listen. You gonna say that till you get swallowed up in the game like Jumanji. You're gonna think.
I don't want to. It sounds fun.
You want to get swallowed up by? Heck no, dude. Ouija boards are not fun. Ghost stories. My dad used to tell campfire stories about the man with the iron. I was like a golden fist or the golden hand or something, and he would like tell a story similar to that. And there's so many that come out of that. The Salem witch trial shit. All the stories of demonic
interesting.
spirits being still left in that Salem northeast area. A lot of it's in the northeast.
There's a scientific
Why?
factor that they found out that caused the Salem witch trials.
What's that?
Yeast.
Oh, in the
Moldy
water?
bread.
I've
Yeah.
heard of that.
Too
Yeah.
much yeast.
It was like a hallucinogen.
Yeah. it was
Don't,
hallucinogen.
listen, don't surround yourself with too much yeast.
Science.
Don't get a yeast infection.
Okay.
Facts.
Infection.
Don't be
Okay,
don't
UTI.
be get an UTI.
Pee after.
You guys believe in the Mandela Effect?
Yeah.
You know what the Mandela Effect is,
Oh.
where you misremember things?
I don't
That's
know, maybe-
funny because the Berenstein Bears thing, like I
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
remember saying Berenstein
Right,
Bears.
right.
It's weird.
And there's like other stuff that they go along with it. I can't
I
think
don't
of
know.
all
I
of them
don't.
right now.
I don't think about
One,
something like that.
one of them is the monocle on the Monopoly Man.
Right.
Does he have a monocle or does
Yes.
he not have
A
one?
monocle or a
Doesn't he?
cane?
He doesn't.
He has
He
a
doesn't
cane.
have
Does
a
he have a
monocle?
cane? He has a cane,
I think
right?
I might be thinking
Or
of Mr. Peanut.
yeah.
Some people think he does, some people think he doesn't.
Right. So
I feel like it's one of those
Maybe
things where it's like, oh, that guy would be wearing a monocle, and you just
And you
remember
just-
it that way, and then
yeah.
you're like, oh, he's not wearing a monocle? That's absurd.
you know, you're like
That's the one I
Like,
remember though. but
up in
there's a
arms
bunch.
about it.
There's a bunch of
I'm gonna write my congressman over
Or
this.
the Tiananmen Square guy. A lot of people say they remember him getting run over really vividly, and he didn't.
Is magic a real thing?
Oh, I don't think magic's real, no. David Blaine went on Joe Rogan's podcast and said it wasn't real.
Well, David Blaine is like an illusionist.
Right, but he also deals with people in magic. He's
Then
like,
how
this
is
is
Shinlin able to do what he does?
Who?
Shinlin. He won America's Got Talent.
Oh, the card guy?
Yeah.
you should hear some of the stuff. I mean, David
Really?
Blaine is like produces frogs out of his throat
Yeah.
in real time. How the
Yeah.
fuck does that happen?
That's all just like
But
sleight
that
of
could
hand,
still
though.
be illusionist though.
Yeah, that's just
That's what I'm saying. It's all I don't want to say it's all sleight of hand because then people whatever. But I've seen it happen, and before your eyes, unless this dude's just eating frogs before he does interviews, I don't understand it.
I would like to think magic is real, but yeah, that
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think magic's real. I think that science could explain a lot of stuff that people like. Maybe not that, but science could explain a lot of stuff that people like don't understand. As far as like, oh, that's got to be some otherworldly stuff.
That's kind of
In time, I feel like it will.
Yeah.
Like right
You
now.
think those for science?
No,
I think science could explain it.
I think there's a lot of stuff that can be explained by like.
Oh.
But then again, like I've never
But yeah, it could be
had an
something else.
experience like that, so I don't want to like belittle people's experiences.
No, no,
Guess
no.
we're
But
going to a haunted house.
I got in trouble at Disney at Universal Studios in a haunted house. I didn't get, it was Universal. One of the guys put their hands on me, so I fucking tackled him.
Oh my goodness!
You know how they'll do? Well, no, it was not. No, it wasn't Not Scary Farm.
My mom used to work for Not Scary Farm. She said people get punched in the face all the time because dudes would be like, ah, and then they just punch.
But there's
Oh my god.
But Not Scary. They're pretty tame. Like they'll do the thing where they rev
Well, they
the
can't do
engine.
it as
They
much
can't.
anymore.
They can't touch.
In the old, and back when my mom worked there, like they could touch people, they could go up and get in their face.
That's
and
too
stuff.
much.
And you
be
can't
doing
do that
No.
because people.
Because you're at that point you're trying to protect yourself. Like you don't want to be. I'm not there for you to like grope me. You know what I'm saying? I'm there to like have a good time. I don't need you fucking like put me in a chokehold. Like relax. Well, this is what happened. So we were.
That's
it was Kelsey and I and two other people. I think it's what do they call it at Universal? Universal's
Horror Nights.
Horror Nights. We went into a couple of these, and this was probably, I don't know, 3 years ago. And I'm not a big roller coaster guy anyway, to begin with. So I don't like that whole exhilaration, adrenaline, whatever. No, I don't need that. So haunted houses are the same thing. I don't like jump scares. Fun fact, Kelsey jump scared me last night. I almost cried. So this stuff, it bothers me.
Yeah.
So this guy, we're doing one, and we're walking through, and they got the chainsaws, whatever, and they, they'll come out from behind the door. Well, the last thing they lock, you think you're going to the exit, and then the door locks, so you got to walk back the other way. And the guy's running down, and I'm trying to be the last one through because I want everybody else to get jumped. So when you're the last one through this way, that means you're the first one going back the other way.
Oh no!
So he's like, and he comes up and puts his hands on my chest. Immediately, I was like, okay, game time. Pick this he had to be, I don't know, he's like 230 pounds. Pick this motherfucker and dump him on his head. Swear to God, we got kicked out.
Like a minimum wage plane.
Dropped him on his fucking head.
Slam dunks him.
It was because, listen, you can't go and just start touching people. And he put his hands on me. I was taller than him, so he had to reach up. He put his hands on me like it was like time to hug me or something. And I was like, cool, have this dumped on your head. They came and grabbed us. It was like the Universal employee was waiting for me to do it.
Why did you get in trouble?
Because you're not supposed to touch the employees.
But he did it first.
He said that there was something that apparently he was allowed to do it because they were under some bylaw agreement. I didn't even care. I was like, I'll sign whatever. Get me the fuck out of here.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
like, I don't want this.
Wait, what? Did you sign it after or before?
But after. They were like, oh, you can't sue us. I was like, I'm not going to sue you. Just fucking get away from me. I don't want to sue anybody.
I should have sued.
Oh, yeah. Let me go through court and go after Disney. Fucking Universal.
My
way.
grandma is the most impressive person on the
Dunk
planet.
this fool on his head.
She literally tripped on a curb at Disneyland, and she got free
Andrew, our
passes
fearless
for
leader's
Andrew.
out
You got free pass.
And
for like 3 years.
No
She's
way!
insane. I think she must have called like, I don't know, 16 days in a row. And
Dang,
she
the commitment,
She
though.
keeps talking until she gets to someone higher and higher and higher until eventually they're just like, how about we give you free passes for 3 years?
She gets on the phone. It's
She's
fucking.
like, okay.
It's Bob Iger.
I think she like broke her ankle, or not broke it, but like
Oh shit.
sprained it. But it was like a curb. Like everybody knows that. She's so funny. She can like finesse anything.
She gets Bob
She
Iger, Disney CEO, on the phone.
She
It's like, Bob, do something. That's so funny. But yeah, dude, you can't go into those places and do that shit. You can't. They have,
Yeah.
to be fair, they were on it with their paperwork. They're like, oh, we signed this, make sure you came in here as your.
Yeah.
And they had the audacity to kick you out
Yeah, they told us we had to leave.
after you signed it?
They
That's
signed,
so
they were walking us out. We get to the front gate. They're like, oh, on your way out. I was like, sure. I was like, you guys aren't suing me. They're like, no, just you're not holding us liable for what happened here today. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Get away from me. I was so mad. It ruined Kelsey's night. By the way, I'm sorry.
Oh
Ruined her whole night.
my god.
But what am I supposed to do? Let this man manhandle me in the freaking haunted house? I don't know the way out. I'm just trying to get out of here, dude. We were this close to leaving. Jesus. And the guy runs at you. He drops it.
They're like musical theater kids.
I know. Well, he was big. It's a big guy. He runs at you with an axe.
It'd be surprised
I don't know if
if
this
that's
axe was
kids.
real, but he runs at you with an
I
axe.
think those are real.
But he like tosses it. He's like doing the whole spiel where he tosses it. I remember when I dumped it, he goes, ah! He goes, oh, ow!
That's so sad.
Fuck you! What am I supposed to do? You can't put your hands on me. I'm supposed to be like, all right, good, fun time, man. Go ahead, toss me around or something. No, fuck that shit.
Oh my god. You should watch BuzzFeed Unsolved if you know
Have you guys seen?
I love
Have you
that
guys?
series.
Before we'll close out here, but have you guys seen some of those haunted houses that are like you have to sign the waivers to go in?
Yeah. There's the one that's like
It's rough, man.
Really?
There's there's the one where they can
torture people.
Yeah, there's the one where they can actually do that. And if you get
Lock you underwater, tell you you're gonna die.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's bad. There's like an old documentary. I don't know if it's on Netflix or something. Kelsey loved it.
it's free actually, right?
Yeah.
It's free to get in.
Yeah, you can go
And
in.
if you
They
get out,
make it free
if you get out,
because they want.
if you get out, you get $30,000.
Oh yeah, if you make it out. Because like people have like the
Like all the
surrender,
way through.
and there's some of them that don't have the like surrender shit. If you go, you have to go the whole way through.
It's not even a scary thing. It's just them like chopping
like-
up your hair and then pulling your
It's
hair
torturous.
and
It's
vomiting
weird, man.
on you. And
Ew, what?
It's weird. It's
Oh,
weird.
that's weird.
There was one where they made you go to like a certain location and they would like put you in a van and take like so you didn't know where you were.
Yeah.
They would put you in a van, take you to the haunted house, and
Sounds like an escape room.
it was if that was an
Sounds like it
escape
was
room,
made
I'm
by a
never going.
sociopath.
Yeah,
We
the
should
guy
do an escape room.
had so
Oh, we
many.
should do an escape room. That'd be fun.
Here?
That'd be really
That would be
fun.
dope.
Oh, and then
Seeing us
Here,
trying
G-Mineo.
to do an escape room.
I'd be like, let me out. Punch in the door. Like, sir, that doesn't a door.
Jay'd
So
be like, okay guys, so I think we have to get the key. Mark and I will be messing around.
Wait,
We would
you
be
be
like,
screaming.
I'm like arriving the door.
We look at a puzzle and be like, I found the keys.
The guy comes to let us out. I'm like, get out of the way.
we should do that for a live stream.
That'd be so
I don't think they
fun.
allow it.
We
though.
can have Andrew set it up.
Once
He
we
can
show him our
he can
subscriber
give-
count.
He can give us clues.
True.
That's good.
He can give us clues to
Yeah.
get the keys and stuff.
In here?
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of work.
We
No, let's just go to one.
we know the little cheats. We can just go out the door. We know the cheats to get out.
Yeah.
I'll do the Michael Scott, throw the fucking printer out the way. Ah!
We end up in the farmer's insurance office.
I'm like,
We're like,
hey,
is this part of the game?
he's like, while you're here, do you like a quote on your?
It's like,
I'm like, no, farmers.
You know what's really
Damn it.
fun to watch sometimes is the people that work at the escape rooms and seeing what other people do.
oh
Like,
yeah.
They
It's
tell
not
stories.
scary,
They
right?
tell stories. No, it's well. You can go to horror.
There
and
are
watch
there are
it.
some scary.
I don't want to go to horror.
Didn't one of the guys say he's like a couple went in and they just like took a nap?
Yeah.
There was like a bed and they
That's
just laid down and
great.
slept.
That's awesome, dude. Just for the allotted time they're in there just having that. That's so funny. I would do some shit like
Oh
that.
my god, I would do
That's
that.
hilarious.
That'd be fun. We should definitely.
Alright.
do that.
Well,
Alright, that was
All
a good
over the place.
topic. That's probably one of my favorite topics here.
I didn't even get to discuss the Denver airport.
Yeah.
Look it up for
What?
yourselves. Oh yeah, the Denver airport. Some sketchy stuff.
Oh yeah. The Denver airport, the Satan or
With
like
the Bronco
the
out
hell,
front.
the
Yeah.
hell entrance.
Yep.
I
I
love
guess we'll never
conspiracy
know.
theories.
You'll never know, chat.
Yeah.
All right, comments on the
We
inside.
might do a part 2 on this.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is really fun.
If you got any other
Coming
ones?
up.
Halloween is
Yeah,
coming up.
Halloween is coming up, so we can do them.
Who are you guys gonna be?
Scary,
Spoilers?
I don't know. I want to know. I want to know.
She like reaches out. She please.
Let us know comment section what you think we should be for Halloween.
I know what I'm gonna be. Fit. I got the
Halloween,
moves.
we should all dress into the office and dress as Andrew.
We should dress up there.
That'd be
We just
fun.
wear
Oh, for our
Sperry's and
Our
jeans.
October
Oh my
videos,
God,
we should
that'd be
try
so
dressing
funny.
up.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we should.
For
Every video?
Every video?
Oh,
Oh, I'd be so bad. I have such a hard time with Halloween.
I don't know about
We're
that.
gonna have so much fun trying to
We
dress
don't have
like
to do too
me.
much. We can just put on the ears or something.
Yeah, we can do
That's
something.
true.
Something little.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Let us know down below what our next podcast should be. Because we always have trouble picking.
We do. We take about 2 minutes before we get on camera.
Seriously.
But it always works out. Guys, while you're down there letting us know, make sure you like and subscribe here at G-Mineo Let's Play and check us out on our main channel. G-Mineo, we have reactions every single day. I want you guys to, watch out, lights. You want to get tackled? We have reactions over there every single day, so make sure you guys are tuned in. We have new content for you.
Tuned in, zoomed in.
Uh,
Also, guys, check out our Discord. It's going to be linked in the description below.
Jesus Christ.
sometimes Haley just goes with it. She loves it, she goes with it.
That's so mean. Don't make fun of my laugh.
Do my laugh. Okay, don't Kawhi Leonard me right now.
Yeah,
Don't fucking
thank you.
Kawhi me.
Doesn't work.
You'll sound like
And if you
Sounds exactly like her.
And if you're in the Discord, feel free to go to the suggestions areas and give us suggestions of what should be in the podcast because we will
Whoa.
read those.
Damn.
Well, we
girl.
do read those.
I read those.
We
Oh,
through
give
Jamie
me
read
shots.
She was forced.
Jamie's forced.
I'm being forced to read them all.
Excel spreadsheet.
Blink twice.
Alright, guys, with all of that being said, again, I'm your host, Mark.
I'm Haley.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Wade.
And remember,
Game
game until you make it. Bye, guys.
Go ahead.
Scary,
Sound effects.
scary,
Mark, sound
spooky.
effects. My glass was
That
shattered.
was good.
My glass was
Mine, I
shattered.
think mine was
This
pretty
is
good.
metal and it shattered.
Oh, that's a Yeti.
Bye.